want to know how was the journey of Preeti, from you, I want to know how was the journey for you to come back to the workforce, that 9-year gap that people spoke about extensively. And in my previous conversation with you, you had also told me that a lot of times you'll hear recruiters say, we'll get back to you, and they never did. So when the whole aspect started of applying back for job and everything, you stumbled upon Publicis Sapient, and I want to know a little bit about that and how was the journey from there.
I'll just correct you. No recruiter got, even called me. So
Oh,
it was my friends through whom I applied. They said,
Okay.
they'll get back to you, but nobody called.
Okay.
So yeah. So with Publicis Sapient, it just happened on a Saturday where, Vishaka, who leads DEI, she's a dear friend of mine. And, she happened to meet me on one of the Saturdays. And I was just telling her, you know what, I have been applying and I've just not got. And she's like, why don't you just send me your resume? I said, okay, another one, there you go. As usual, I took some time, because I somehow had this thought to say, I would sort of get this similar kind of response where there would be no response. So I said, okay. I just forwarded my resume and, I said, fine. And I quite forgot about it. But trust me, within a week's time, I got a call from one of the recruiter and I said, Areva, not bad, They called me, great. So they said, yes, we have a role and we will schedule your first round of interview. I said, great, fine. And, obviously the talent acquisition team, the person who spoke to me just briefed me and I did what I had to do from my end. So my first round of interview with Pooja Singh, I would love to take names because I take a lot of pride in meeting such people. So I want to do this. So when I met Pooja, as she was the face of Publicis Sapient, as I know Vishaka, and Vishaka is a very positive person. She talks positive things about everybody. So I quite didn't take her seriously, to be very honest. So Pooja Singh, when I met her, when the interview started, I was nervous because I was taking an interview after good 12, 13 years. So I was a little nervous and probably it was on my face, it was shown on my face. But trust me, she just made me feel comfortable within, I think less than 5 minutes. And I don't feel like calling that an interview, but we had a lovely conversation. When I say a conversation, it is not that she didn't ask me the questions that were supposed to ask, or she didn't set expectations, or she didn't talk about the work. Everything was there in that particular conversation. It was not that, a drilling session, but a conversation. And that's something I loved about. And in between, there was a brief episode that just happened. We're having a conversation and her son barges in. It was a little one. So I said, oh, okay. Now, in my mind, I said, I will tell, no problem, Pooja, no problem. Take it. That's what I thought I would tell, but she said, Preeti, 1 minute, मैं इससे बात कर लूँ. And she gave time. She lent her ears to her son. She spoke to him. And that gave me a confidence that, I being an obsessed mother, I think most of the mothers here would relate to me, I said, I will be able to balance work and my home beautifully in this kind of an environment. If this is happening over an interview, it's a professional interview that was happening, but, if you can have this kind of an environment, I think it was a beautiful message and a confidence that I got from her end. I said, nice, and she included me in the conversation also. So which was a very nice thing. So that went well. We spoke for almost an hour and, it went very well. Again, they had actually shared my resume with 2 different teams. So I got another call and they said, we have another team, your interview scheduled. Again, because of the experience and things, I said, all right, Pooja was able to relate to me because she's a mother, I'm a mother, probably. That worked well, our equations worked well. And then when I met this person, Oro, from a different team, the manager, another beautiful conversation. I mean, very similar, but it's a different person. We had conversation about Bangalore, about work, how pressure it is, how we can work things around. So that is something, made me feel, yes, I think the culture is there, the root is there, where two people are talking the same language, and that is something that was a strong message that I got. And finally, I cleared the, second round of interview with the other team, and the final round as well with one of the senior managers. And, everything was done. And one last statement he made was, Preeti, you're through to both the teams, and the choice is yours. From a place where I didn't get a response from anybody to making a choice from two teams was a pride moment for me, was a beautiful moment for me. So that has been, my starting journey with Publicis Sapient. I would like to add to it didn't stop there. The team that I work with are extremely cooperative because, there are times where I'm involved in audits and report and, analysis and things like that, where we need to work a little, out of a way. But they're being extremely considerate that, yes, I have a child and, I have a pet now. So I have to do, I do the cooking part and everything on my own. So they say, you know what, do you want to just go finish your cooking, feeding your son, attend to him? No problem. We will connect at 9 in the night. That's the kind of support I get from my team. That is so beautiful. Whenever I go back to my manager and say, you know what, probably I need some time where I have to step out because I do a real-time basis work. So I have to step out. He says, no problem, just work around with the team, tell them you're not available. So this is the kind of visibility that they give me where I really want to give my 100% back to the company in any which way that is possible. So this has been my journey with PS till date. So yeah, it's been beautiful, and I would say thank you so much. I think when people like us come and talk, there would be more women who will be contemplating to say whether I will be able to balance work and home. Yes, in these kind of environments, definitely yes, I would say. Yeah, that's been my beautiful journey till date.
That's so nice. There's a reason that we asked you that, because these are the inhibitions that a lot of people will have when they're returning from a career break. And I think that environment and that choice given to you, I think that made a huge difference. And we see that every day working with you, we see that friendliness, we see that helpfulness. Everyone's there to help each other. I'd also like